Static methods and variables. By now, you've seen the Java keyword static, but what does it mean? Static is a modifier used for methods and attributes. When you see the word static in a method heading or an attribute declaration, static means that the method or attribute belongs to the class rather than a particular object or instance of the class. Static methods can be used when they do not rely on data from a particular instance to complete its task. Let's take the math class methods as an example. Math class methods are static methods that return a value. The methods use the argument values and perform an operation such as finding the absolute value, raising a value to a power, or finding the square root of the argument. These methods do not need any data from an object to perform their function. To call a static method, just use the class name, the dot operator, and the name of the method. No object name is used. This is a class with the main method. Notice that the main method is always static and called automatically when the program is run. Here is a static method called double this. The function of this method is to take the value of the parameter x, double it, and return that value. The method does not need any other information or data from an object to perform its function, so it is a static method. Look back in the main method and notice how double this is called. It is called with just the name of the method since it is in the same class and a single int variable passed as the argument. To call a static method in the same class, just use the method name. Static variables belong to the class, with all objects of a class sharing a single static variable. Think about going to the movie with a friend. If you each get your own box of popcorn, that is like an instance variable that belongs to the object. If you both share a box of popcorn, that is like a static instance variable that is shared among all objects of the class. This is a pet class with two instance variables, count and name. Static variables can be defined as either public or private and are designated with the static keyword before the variable type. Count is a static variable and there is only one copy created per class. As you can see in the constructor method, this variable will be incremented each time a pet object is instantiated. The instance variable name is non-static and each instantiated object will have its own name variable. This is a pet tester class with a main method. 3 objects of the pet class have been instantiated: dog, cat, and fish, and each have their own copy of the name instance variable, storing the correct value from the argument passed to the constructor. In the print statement, the count variable is displayed, which has the total number of pet objects created. The output is, we have 3 new pets: Rover, Kitty, Goldie. Static variables are used with the class name and the dot operator since they are associated with a class, not objects of a class. To recap static methods and variables. Static methods are associated with the class, not objects of the class. To call a static method, just use the class name, the dot operator, and the name of the method. Static variables belong to the class, with all objects of a class sharing a single static variable, like sharing a box of popcorn with your friends at the movie. Static variables can be defined as either public or private. Static variables are used with the class name and the dot operator.